when our boys got to be school age, we decided to move back to the Midwest, and we bought an old 80-acre farm. And I romanticized about them growing up on the land and the forests and the creeks. And we got the deed to the place, and the deed is this leather-bound document that contains the names of everyone who'd ever lived there since the mid-1840s. It's fascinating. All these old-fashioned names you don't hear anymore. And everyone had to sign it. And you learned when they arrived, when they left, how much was paid for the property as it was handed down. And I knew there was a song inside that deed. I just had to pull it out somehow. And our first day on that farm was the last day of the woman who sold it to us. Her name was Dortha Starnes, Dortha. And Dortha had lived there for 36 years. She'd raised her whole family. And she was a widow. And I think she was really grateful that here's this young family coming in, you know, to follow like the course of time, you know, to take care of this land, and that it wasn't broken up into lots of different houses out in the fields. So she said that to me, the thing she would miss more than anything else was walking the boundary line. And she said for 36 years, she tried to walk the line every day. On an old 80-acre farm, it's a quarter mile by half mile and around again. And I thought that was remarkable. And that's really all I needed for the song, called 80 Acres. It's been 500 seasons since the feet of Bailey Needham walked this ground and deemed it a place to settle down. And in his eyes was purpose, and in his hands was fire, and in his heart he knew somehow that this was hallowed ground. So with some determination and a one-man crosscut saw, Bailey cleared a cabin site early in the fall. And he felt a peace within him as he came to work and toil, with care and understanding, growing values in the soil. And every day at sunrise he'd walk the boundary line, and on little bits of paper he'd make notes from time to time. And he came to know the seasons as he came to know the land, and he swore no place that he would rather be than walking through the tall grass, nearer my God to thee. William Gresham had a daughter, and her name was Cora Logan, a wide-eyed girl of wonder and the recent wife of James. And when William died, he left her the deed to 80 acres and the wisdom of tradition to survive the Depression's pains. So with 10 fine cows, a flock of hens, and buildings straight and true, her sons would hoe the corn with her and pick blackberries too. And the water in their springs would run the whole year round, and her husband's handmade hickory chairs were favorites in the town. And every day at sunrise she'd walk the boundary line, and on little bits of paper she'd make notes from time to time. And she came to know the seasons as she came to know the land, and she swore no place that she would rather be than walking through the tall grass, nearer my God to thee. Well, I don't pretend to own it, but this paper says it's mine, and this farm is a long memory. It's walking back in time, and through the generations whose hopes were not in vain, to live a life in harmony. Well, I hope to do the same. with history in our favor, we've set out on a course, and the ghost of Bailey Needle is a gentle guiding force. And though what we do and how we live might seem against the grain, freedom is finding beauty in the simple and the plain. And every day at sunrise we walk the boundary line, and on little bits of paper we make notes from time to time. And we've come to know the seasons as we've come to know the land, and we swear no place that we would rather be than walking through the tall grass, nearer, my God, to thee. Yes, we're walking through the tall grass, nearer, my God, to thee. Thank you. Be well, be safe. Thanks.